The origin of chapati is as controversial as it is debatable, like the origin story of the Joker. There are just too many versions available. From originating in Egyptian civilization about 5,000 years ago to being found in East Africa and later being brought to India. But out of all such tales and legends, the first concrete mention of chapatis could be found from the start of the Harappan civilization. By the time the sun had set on Harappan civilization, chapati had become a core staple diet in the Indian subcontinent, migrating along with people who were searching for new arable land. And hence, by the time 15th and 16th century came along, roti had become a mainstay of Indian culture. Chapati was also mentioned in religious texts like these. What's strange is that somehow this simple chapati had also made its way into the kitchens of Rajas and Maharajas. This fact has been well documented in a book called Ain-e-Akbari, which was written about the life of King Akbar, and chapati was mentioned as one of the ruler's favorite foods. And the most interesting piece of history regarding chapati would be during India's freedom struggle, 1857. Tensions between India and Britishers were at an all-time high, and these tensions would soon lead to rebellions. But just before that, something very interesting happened in February. Suddenly, runners started distributing thousands of chapati across India. The people who accepted those offerings would go on to make even more themselves and pass them along with different runners. This chain would travel up to 300 kilometers every night, faster than even the British post at that time. From Narmada River in the south to the border of Nepal, chapatis were being passed from houses to huts to mansions. And this sudden, effective and rapid distribution was enough to convince Mark Thornhill, the magistrate of Mathura, that something nefarious was afoot in the country. Investigations were launched into this phenomenon, runners were arrested and questioned, but they couldn't find anything. In response to these arrests, people started sending chapatis to police officers, which set off panic among the Brits. They deployed more than 90,000 policemen to put a stop to this absurd event. And even then, till the end, no one could find any purpose to this action, nor could anyone find the perpetrators behind this scenario. There was no secret code or messages written on the chapati, and the runners themselves did not know why they started or the purpose of this distribution. And as on paper, no rules were being broken and everyone had to be let go eventually. This chapati movement had led Britishers shaken to the core, because this movement suddenly made them aware that they were only 100,000 people or 250 million Indians. So in the famous words of Bhagat Singh,
ओए, निकलना अभी भी वक्त है तुम्हारे पास. कहीं 30 करोड़ हिंदुस्तानी एक साथ चीख पड़े ना तो तुम 1,05,000 अंग्रेज बहरे होके भागोगे यहाँ से.